Welcome to New Buckenham Historical Wargamers. This evening we are refighting an action from the 20th of September 1944, just outside Jean in Holland as part of Operation Market Garden. The 82nd Airborne Division have landed and set up positions here defending a canal redoubt which runs along that edge of the table. They are going to be reinforced by the 1519 Hussars, the 11th Armoured Division, and facing them is a counter-attack from Kampfgruppe von Voss, who are launching an attack up the table here with their infantry that have crossed the River Dommel, which is here, and they're supported by some Panthers who unfortunately aren't able to cross the Dommel, so they will be providing fire support from this side of the river while the infantry assaults the American positions, and we shall await for the British tanks to turn up. This was well documented on a YouTube video, which we will put the link to in our photo album on Facebook. But this is well known, this battle, for the Panther and Challenger exchange which occurred.
This game replicated the action close to the Sun River Bridge to the north of Eindhoven during Operation Market Garden. Two companies of the 327th Glider Infantry Regiment, 82nd Airborne Division, were dug in just to the south of the Wilhelmina Canal to protect the eponymous bridge over the canal against a counterattack from Panzer Grenadier Battalion 2107, part of Panzer Brigade 107. Elements of the British 15th and 19th Hussars had made it to the area, with a Humber armored car in an advanced position by the windmill further south from Sun. The Humber soon conducted an aggressive reconnaissance down the road toward Eindhoven, managing to get behind and harass the rear of the German advance before being destroyed by a Panzerfaust fired by one of the German pioneers. Elsewhere, artillery support from British sextons proved very ineffective at slowing the German attack, apart from a decisive strike upon a German machine gun position. German mortar fire destroyed an American 57mm AT gun before it was able to engage the Panther tanks moving up to the far bank of the Dommel. German mortar fire continued to prove accurate, the American glider troops taking a hammering from their fire, which was added to by the HE rounds fired from across the River Dommel by the supporting Panthers. Despite this heavy incoming fire, the American airborne managed to halt and cut to pieces the leading German company as it advanced toward them from out of the surrounding cornfields. To the west, near to the town of Sun itself, a Cromwell and a Challenger tank of the 15th and 19th Hussars now came up in support of the hard-pressed U.S. Paris. The Cromwell engaged the nearest oncoming German infantry, whilst the Challenger moved to engage the Panthers. The 17-pounder of the Challenger was a serious threat to the German Cats, and the Panthers rapidly targeted and destroyed the Challenger within minutes of its appearance. As the Challenger burned, the German infantry made a close assault on the American position, clearing some of the American foxholes and slit trenches which were then occupied by the attackers. The small arms fire, and that of the German mortars, and the thump and scream of tank rounds was now intense. The Cromwell, turning to aid the American Paras, was immediately struck and became the second victim of the Panther tanks lined up on the far bank of the river. However, the Panther tanks were suddenly assailed to their right and rear as two more Cromwell tanks and another Challenger of the Hussars appeared on the dirt road behind them. One Panther was put out of action as the other two roared their engines into life and crashed through their gears into reverse to engage in a deadly close-range firefight with the three British tanks bearing down on them. In the ensuing exchange of fire, one Cromwell was destroyed and one more of the Panthers, with a third badly damaged, making a rapid exit from the battle. This tank combat beyond the river, despite silencing the fire of the Panthers upon the American Paras, did little to relieve the pressure upon them. As the German infantry pressed their advantage, the Paras were determined to hold to the last man. Just as it seemed that the Paras would be totally destroyed, the British sextons finally found their mark. dropping a hugely destructive barrage upon the German infantry, just beyond the last of the American defenders. This timely British barrage, coupled with the losses already sustained to the gallant Allied defense, caused the Germans to retreat back and over the footbridge, rejoining the damaged Panther across the river.